Hello, and welcome to another episode of How-To Guide, Building and Forge, Part 2. Objectives and Advanced Map Making. How not to be a noob on the world of Xbox Live. Okay, first things first. The objectives in your match can be slightly tweaked in different varieties of certain game types and or map places. For example, on a capture the flag map, it is recommended to have two bases, each one with equal firepower, if not opposite, such as Covenant Carbine in one base and Battle Rifle in the other. This makes it seem slightly changed and is better for not only appearance but for gameplay along with that too, as it makes more fairness and equality in the objective points. And now for racing, in my opinion, is the hardest actual map points the game variants VIP used, but the go-to points are actually a pretty hard to place, especially if you have a smaller map. Like if you go to my file share and you check out my Swiss Alps map, that's an actual larger map and is placed throughout larger areas. So not only does it take longer for people to get points, but they have to go through more obstacles to actually get to the objective point. A lot of people find that, oh, well, why don't you just make a smaller map with more go-to points? Well, then it would be quicker and it wouldn't be as enjoyable, so the people can, can't get as, better or just in general, just better at racing itself, and especially in Rocket Rage, which is actually going to be taken out soon in the Bungie's next auto update. But a little talk about matchmaking, actually. There's new matches and new game variants coming out. They actually have a shield doorless version of Snowbound, and I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's actually pretty advanced, because you think to yourself, oh, no shield doors, oh, it's gonna be a lot easier. Well, they added a bit more power weapons, but scattered them through more hard or scarce to find areas. So basically, it's going to actually be a bit harder, and it's going to be almost like a hardcore version of it. But they're also doing that with they're going and putting shield doors on isolation, which actually makes it a bit interesting, because you're constantly getting killed by in the main area where the rocket launcher is, people throwing grenades into the base when you're trying to shoot at them. So that'll actually be interesting, because you can't get shot with the rocket launcher from both sides of the bases, and you can't get shot in from it. It's not available to normal players, but if you actually were to go after one of those maps and go, oh, okay, recent maps, then you go to the actual map name and you could save it when they say it's not available to normal players because we don't have a full Forge editor. So basically, you can go, and from that actually makes a variety of new different situations that you can do and actually use, because then you can change up the whole entire base area of the map. No shield doors means zombies, or shield doors on isolation means you can add in more areas. You can have like the bottom areas where all the eggs are on the walls from the flood. You can have a bunch of shield door tunnels, so it's almost like the tunnel system map on Foundry for Infection. So let's actually get to the actual map making. Objective points are placed throughout the game, making you get points. Well, in this case, we're going to talk about territories, because that is the least common objective in custom games and actual matchmaking. And this due to the fact that people don't do it enough because they can't find very good territory areas, and making it either frustrating or people quit because it's too boring. Usually you should place the objective points strategically throughout of course, the unpopulated areas of the map, and make it so people get out of their comfort zone to gain more skill in actually going and stop camping, because that's what seems to happen in a lot of territory games. A good example is if you go to my file share and then go to Zetahawk, which is my other file share, and you download Fort, that is just one main area. And I put fusion coils inside inside double boxes, and blocked it up on each column where a lot of people seem to camp, so you can just chuck one grenade in there and it draws them out so they don't get killed by fusion coils and stuff. So if you make it more interesting with like territories, or you can even do King of the Hill on like make a giant just catwalk up on the area that's floating, and have like all these levels that you're trying to get up to the very top. It's like that's actual like King of the Hill. It's not just like areas placed throughout the map, just lying out there for any person to go to. With that, you actually have to use tactics to get all the way up to the top of the map and the levels, and basically surviving all the way up to the last story. That's a good example of another map of mine, Outpost, on my file share. King of the Hill, you actually have to get inside the Marine Tower. It's a glitched out map. So yeah, a lot of people enjoy that one because there's an actual weapon room and you can see down through the glass. It's also good for infection. So, and which that actually brings me to my next point. Infection is basically in a way like zombies off Halo 2 if you're new to Halo 3. A lot of people just have zombies being extremely fast and just easy to kill, have no shields, when if you think about it, you could just give zombies a bit slower, just about like 90% speed, and then have them have no shields and just more damage resistance, and then have 110% damage, so that it's almost always an instant kill, but players still are able to kill them when they're coming. So it's like you could have it so they have 500% damage resistance, so it takes 2 rockets from a rocket launcher to kill them. Or you can just take a battle rifle and pop them in the head. And instead of giving humans battle rifles, give them assault rifles. And then later on in the map, put battle rifles, but with less ammo, but a higher respawn rate. So basically, there's also like objective points, like you can do King of the Hill infection, which is pretty fun because you gotta stay up on the hill and protect your guys while zombies are trying to get at you, and you gotta survive for a certain amount of time. A good example for that is my Outpost Alpha 1 map, and the game variant that goes with it is the Swarm. It's actually based off Starship Troopers, the Outpost on the very first one, except instead of it being in the desert, it's in the snow. Next episode is going to be how-to guide, screenshots, and positioning. Thanks for watching, guys.